This morning, Chris and I lied to each other repeatedly on camera. Plus, I interview the subject of James Taylor's 1970 smash hit Fire and Rain. And finally, Kelsey replaces me during worship and weather? My name is Pastor Derrick, and this is Good Morning, City on a Hill. Well, good morning, City on a Hill. Welcome back for another great time. I am your host, Pastor Derrick. Glad that you have joined us. It's, let's see here, a week since we have kind of come out of snowpocalypse, and I could be wearing flip-flops today. You know, just truly the Texas is just confused most of the time when it comes to weather, but hey, I'm grateful for it. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully it's a beautiful day for you as well, and we've got an exciting show for you. We've got a lot of fun things going on, a good game to play, an exciting interview, an interview that I think you're just going to absolutely love. And so before we get into that, I want to give you just a few things that are coming up, things that you need to know about. Number one, this coming Wednesday, March 3rd, I am kicking off my newest class called Gifted. And this is a class that I'm really pumped to do. I'm excited about every class that I do. I kind of just get the more and more prepared for it I get as we lead up to the days. It always excites me. But this is one that I think is really going to be great for a couple of reasons. One, it puts me back in where I'm most comfortable with, is just exegeting Scripture. But two, it's for the purpose of hopefully equipping you with understanding what your spiritual gifting is. And the more God's people understand how God has uniquely gifted them, the better off they are to serve, to find their full satisfaction and bringing glory to Him by doing what they were created to do. And so just what a wonderful pairing of those two things together makes for a great class. Hopefully you'll consider joining. It's free. It's on Wednesday nights at 6:45. And of course, we have both Peace Out going on, childcare for the younger kids, youth group is happening. There's lots of other stuff happening, freedom groups going on as well. So if you're married, maybe one of y'all want to take another group, we'll come up and be a part of Gifted. We'd love to have you for that. Chris is going to come in at least at the end of each of the sessions and talk about how we can put these gifts into practice as our community outreach pastor. It's going to be awesome. The first week, you really don't want to miss that March 3rd date, because we're going to be uncovering through an inventory, a little quiz that you're going to take, what your gifting most likely is. It's not a foolproof test, but I think it will definitely help you kind of move in the right direction. And so, man, make plans to come and be a part of it. We have a great time in all the classes that I do. I always like to say that I take what I do seriously. I just don't take myself too seriously, and you'll definitely get that vibe in the classes. It's fun. It's informative. It will be really a great time. Second, this Sunday, tomorrow, James and I will not be on the stage. We are taking a week to prepare for the next series that we're doing, and Chris, our community outreach pastor, is going to be preaching, and he always does such a great job of challenging us to think about how we can be the hands and feet of Jesus, and so really looking forward to that as well. We've got a great service planned for you tomorrow. And then that new series that James and I are working on, it's called All Systems Go. All Systems Go. And it's going to be a kind of getting back at some basic doctrines of our faith, a sort of systematic theology approach to understanding what we believe. But I want to give you a heads up. For the first couple weeks, we're doing an intro to this session where we're going to be looking at what the dominating worldview today is in our culture. And it has to do with terms that are probably kind of confusing to you right now. We're going to explain what they mean on that Sunday, but things like postmodernism, critical theory, things that are really driving the currents and understandings of your average people outside of the Christian church, and sadly even now inside of the Christian church. And this is why we felt like this was an important series to do. Typically, we don't engage too much with really unpacking different worldviews outside of the biblical worldview. But when those outside worldviews begin to seep into Christian living, then it becomes our job as pastors, as shepherds, to unfold why they're not good worldviews, why they're false worldviews, why they're contrary to biblical worldviews, and why they're frankly dangerous for Christians. And so I think that you will find an extremely informative, maybe even somewhat challenging service in 2 weeks, and I hope that you'll be a part of that. I hope you'll come for that. It's going to be hopefully a very beneficial time. Coming up next, we do have a game that we are calling The Gifts of Deception, kind of a play off of the upcoming class, Gifted. And we're bringing in, you guessed it, the man I've talked about already a few times, our community outreach pastor, Chris Kelsey. Okay, well, here we are for our game for the day, Gifts of Deception. You will notice behind us there are some gifts here that Chris and I will be choosing from, and we have this handy little thing here that our very own John Lipitsky built for us. Thank you, John. And the way this is going to work is we will take a gift, we will have it in a place where the other person cannot see it. We will pull it out. You will be able to see what is in the gift, and we are either to describe the gift to the other person or make something up. The goal is for them to say, I don't think that really is what the gift is.
So I need a poker face.
You need a poker face.
Okay.
Yeah. I, of course, have never played poker because all I do is read my Bible and pray and fast. But I'll take notes off of you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So,
you know what? I don't think I can lose here. Like, I lose every game. If I lose this game, the associate pastor of this church proves himself to be a master of deception, which makes you the real loser. So I can't really lose this.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
But I really want to win.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to buy any of that propaganda whatsoever. It just shows my skill set. That's all it shows. Who goes first? How do you want to do it? You want to go like rock, paper, scissors?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Are we going like rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay.
Dang it!
I doubled down. Let that just be a forecast of how this is going to go. Okay, let's see here. I want to go with number 4.
I hate that you win everything.
Number 4, let's see. What do we have here? Okay, so we're going to describe this gift to you. So this is a scarecrow. A scarecrow, like a fall scarecrow, and attached to it is a picture of a famous baseball player that once spoke in our church.
Okay, so I guess that detail has to have some truth to it. There has to be a baseball player that spoke at the church at some point. I don't remember him. Was it before I was here? More than 10 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
It's hard to say.
Tell me about the scarecrow.
It's hard to say.
Again?
Just kind of a standard scarecrow. Something that you would put out as like maybe a fall decoration of some kind.
I'm gonna call liar. This can't be true.
So
it's got to be something.
It's a fall scarecrow, literally with a baseball.
Oh my gosh. Okay, he's already got a point. This is not starting off.
I don't remember who this guy was. This was definitely from more than 10 years ago. This was they did 2 of these where they did like a baseball day. I think it was before my time.
Wow. Yeah, look at that photo, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's a while back.
It's dusty.
I know. It is dusty. Yes, it is. All right, well, take me out to the ball game.
All right, I'm going to go for this one right here. Number 5.
It's cinco for all you Spanish speakers.
See. Okay. All right, now this, I don't want him to see it, so I'm going to, here we go. Okay. So this is something that all of the Disney fans in the church would be really kind of frightened by, because it's actually a big head of Goofy, but he's got a donkey nose and teeth strapped to him, and so he's kind of like an ugly dog with, and it opens. His head opens.
What color's the dog? Can I ask that?
It's Goofy, so it's the colors of Goofy.
The colors of Goofy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say true.
Well, let me show you. It's Mickey.
Oh, it's Mickey! Okay, I see the deception.
So it's pretty close.
That's terrifying.
It's like part true.
Which
is the best kind of deception.
See, I wouldn't know because I just don't know deception very well. So it's hard for me to. Okay, all right.
That freaky?
That's terrible. Yeah,
that's pretty freaky.
That's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrifying. All right, let's go with number one. Number one. Okay. Pull this out very carefully. Okay. So this is a, I don't know how else to describe this, a hideous fake bouquet of flowers. It's got clearly very fake petals. You would put it in a vase if you were living in the 1970s. It's all one like single unit, and it looks like it's attached to a hat. So I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it otherwise. It's pretty terrible.
So, what kind of flowers?
I don't even know.
Just flowers.
Yeah.
What color are the flowers?
They are yellowish.
Yellowish?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the way that you did rock, scissors, paper, doing the same thing twice, that you're telling the truth twice, and going to say that is what is in front of you.
Well,
now I regret my choice already.
You were right.
Oh yeah! All right.
That was a good call.
All right. Look at that thing, man. Put it on.
I like this plan a lot. So, can I wear this for the rest of the show? Is that okay?
The loser has to wear it for the rest of the day.
Oh,
so
I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that. All right. Well, there you go.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna go with number 2 over here. All right. Let's see what we got. Yeesh. Okay, get rid of this bag. Okay. All right. Well, you heard that it has some solidity, and it is pretty solid. I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's an award that it's pretty unique award. Like it's a trophy, so it's gold and red trophy, and it is a trophy for the world's best Christian, Derrick Bledsoe.
Okay. Well, clearly, that is not true.
It is a trophy for the world's best Christian, Derrick Bledsoe.
Dude, thank you so much. I don't know what to say. First of all, I just want to say I want to thank my Lord and Savior. I want to thank the people at home who voted for me. And where did this come from? Who is this?
The irony of this round, I got a point, is that the trophy itself is deception.
It's just incredible. Layers of deception. I'm at least like the second or third best Christian.
It should be silver.
Yeah.
It should be maybe bronze.
Well, I'm keeping
Not
this.
gold.
'Cause this is obviously my trophy. Well, dang it. Let's see here. Let's go with this guy.
Okay. Now this is kind of like a penalty shootout, sudden death round. Like if I get this right,
Yeah.
you can't win.
Yeah, you win. Absolutely. Okay. Keep it upright. Okay. Wow. So this is a what looks like a model pirate boat. It is whitish on the ends. Typical brown features. There's a flag that's got green, blue, purple, and orange in it. Almost kind of a rainbow color. Looks like it probably was made for your face.
I'm trying to read your face.
No, it looks like it was probably intended for something like Pirates of the Caribbean, but like on a B level, like a B film. Like if you were filming Pirates of the Caribbean, but it was like the like knockoff made for TV version of it. Yeah. No pirates on it.
The Pure Flix version.
The Pure Flix version. Yeah, and there's
okay.
Is there anything down in the little? No. That's about it.
But, okay, so is it a kid's toy?
Yeah, more than likely it was meant to be. It looks like it's been modified a little bit, but it was probably started that way.
Okay.
It's had an artist touch to it. We'll
okay, he's told the truth twice in a row. Is he trying to protect his reputation as a truth teller?
That's what I do.
Or is he revealing his true colors? I say
truth colors?
that it's partly true, but you've twisted it.
So how does this work? If it's partly true and I've twisted it,
then
but it's
what you described it is
fully false.
Yeah, so I said a lie.
So how does that work? I think I get the point.
No, I said it's a lie.
You said partly true.
It's not true.
There's zero truth to this. There's no flag. There's no kid's toy. This is
okay.
This is horrible as well. Where did they find this stuff? You can't even.
No idea. They have too much time on their hands. Okay, right. So wait, is it 2-2?
It's 3-2.
3-2. Okay.
So I have to get this in order to force a playoff. Playoff? We'll talk about playoffs.
Okay. Oh gosh. So it's a license plate.
Okay.
But it's a license plate that has kind of like you've been looking at the other things we've had, kind of odd, and they've been put together. It's like this one has a face.
Okay.
It's a license plate with a face, with a mustache, and like a 80s sweatband.
Okay.
And its license plate is from the Sunshine State, Florida.
Florida. Okay. All right.
That's what it is.
So it's not. It's just actually that it's not, it's just a Floridian. Okay. I'm gonna say true.
It is true. It is exactly what it is.
Yes! Give the people at home what they want, a playoff.
So is it a tie?
So we're going to come back here in a minute. We have to set up for the playoff. And we're going to face off sudden death. Okay, here we are. Sudden death. Whoever wins this one wins it all. It's for all the glory. It's for all the...
It's got to come home.
We'll see. Okay, here we go. What I have in front of me is a fake corn on the cob with a gun attached to it. And the gun has a note on it. And it says very specifically, if you tell one corny joke, I'll shoot.
That's it?
That's it.
It's a corn on the cob with a gun and a note that says, if you tell one corny joke, I'll shoot.
Scout's honor.
I believe that to be true.
You believe this to be true?
Yes.
Final answer?
Yes.
You win.
Yes! I win!
Oh, man. What a terrible...
I will take that corny trophy any day.
There it is. That's
all
your
right.
gift. Let's see what you win.
Wait, he has another go?
No.
This is you
that's
for you.
it.
This is my prize?
Your gift. Yeah.
I get a prize?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
We got,
I got the Sour Patch.
Why is it when I win, I get an old Diet Coke?
This is a great prize. Oh, and I'm the best person ever.
Well, I am the world's best Christian ever. So
yeah, but you look silly. You gotta wear that hat all day.
I want you to know that who's really winning here, you know? All right, well, this
is
has been
a little sour there.
amazing.
Derrick?
Maybe
is
I
that a corny
am.
joke?
Maybe I am. Student corn cob. Coming up next, I am going to take this hat off, and I'm going to put my interviewer hat on.
Corny jokes everywhere.
We're going to interview Suzanne Yowell from Meals on Wheels coming up next.
Serious.
Well, here we are with Suzanne Yowell. You are the county volunteer coordinator, recruiter. I want to say, first of all, I love your name. It reminds me of Fire and Rain by James Taylor, where it says, Suzanne, the plans we made. Put them into you. One of my favorite songs, but nevertheless, I digress. We are so excited to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Because as a church, we partner with Meals on Wheels, and we have a lot of folks who are involved, but we have a lot of folks who don't really know what Meals on Wheels is. And so let's start there. What is Meals on Wheels?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Meals on Wheels is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are in our 47th year here in Tarrant County. And I love to tell the story of our humble beginnings. We began in downtown Fort Worth when 11 congregations came together with the mission of feeding the inner city homebound seniors. Wonderful. And so it started out, they delivered 25 meals a day to those seniors in the downtown Fort Worth area. Things are a little different now. We've grown by leaps and bounds, and we are now serving more than 6,400 meals every day here in Tarrant County. So our mission is to promote the dignity and independence of our older people that are homebound, either elderly or disabled. And there are no age or income restrictions to this because there is no charge for our program at all. Our services are free to those that need us. And that's our mission.
That is a great mission. It's something that our worship pastor Kelsey and I were talking about this past week about just really trying to begin to incorporate into the culture of our church how much we value and love our older senior members, because in our country today it is such a I think undertreated, underaddressed privilege that we miss out on. And
Absolutely.
I remember when I was doing my undergraduate studies at UTA, I had a teacher from Sierra Leone, and he moved to the United States to teach at a university level in like the early 90s. And he was telling our class, he said, the first month I got here in the United States, he said I was in a grocery store in line, and there was a woman in front of me who was, probably in her 70s. And he said, I looked at her, she kind of made eye contact with me, and he said, "You're so old." And she kind of scowled at him and turned away. And he said, I was so confused. I couldn't understand why people would respond that way, because in Sierra Leone, to be old was like an honor. It was a privilege. Yeah. And so he always joked, he said, once I get to a certain age, I'm going to leave America and go back to Sierra Leone, because I'll have the and so, I love seeing ministries like this, because I think it addresses an obvious problem, an obvious need of getting food to people who can't get it themselves. But I think it also is a culture changer in some ways, which is wonderful.
I agree with that. And our seniors are the foundation of our communities.
Yeah.
They're the history makers and the history, the knowledge holders.
Absolutely.
And we can learn a lot from them, and they deserve our grace and our help.
Absolutely. I fully agree. You mentioned how many meals a day. How many clients do you serve?
We serve 5,300 clients. So we have several programs at Meals on Wheels. The one that we are most well known for is our home delivered hot meals on a daily basis. And so that is for homebound folks of any length of time, elderly or disabled. And I say that because obviously there are senior citizens that need nutritious meals every day, but we also have a lot of clients that this is their bridge. They've been in the hospital for hip replacement or something like that, and they just need a bridge to get them through their recovery. So we provide that as well, and that our client base is made up of some of those folks as well. Our services are free of charge, like I said. And the only criteria is that you are hungry, that you are either elderly or disabled, that you do not have somebody on a regular basis to help you.
Yeah.
We know that we do have clients that have a grandchild in the house here or there, or maybe even a son or a daughter or a significant other, but they work during the day.
Right.
And so they are not there to care for that person's nutritional needs during the day. So we want to help those folks too. So that's what we do to be eligible for our meals. It's such a simple process. If you or somebody you know needs those meals, you can call our main office number, and that will start the process. It really is just that simple.
That's awesome.
Once you reach that office, they will transfer you to our client services department, and they will ask a series of questions, and you'll go through a process there. But it's fairly easy to get on the program.
I'm going to go a little off script here, and
Go
I want to ask a question. And if you don't know the answer to it, then I assume you probably have a little bit of insight. How has COVID affected this?
Oh, I tell you, COVID has been both a curse and a blessing for our organization. Of course, we have changed our protocol, our delivery protocol. Everybody has got to sanitize before and after every meal delivery to a client. Masks are mandatory in our building, and certainly in front of every client. We can no longer hand the meal directly to the client. They are placed in plastic bags, and you hold the thing like that, and they can grab it. And then it has cut down on some of the engagement our volunteers have with those folks. It was not uncommon for our volunteers when they visited to go into the home and visit for a minute, sit, maybe have a glass of tea, and this has changed that. They are no longer, we don't let our volunteers go in the home right now. I'm hopeful that we get back to a place where we will. But I will say a blessing in this, that we did not lose our volunteer force like we had feared in the very beginning. It got stronger.
Wow.
And
Praise
so
God.
Initially we saw a lot of volunteers drop off. They were in fear for their safety as well. And things were still so unknown.
Sure.
But what happened is so many folks that were laid off from work or furloughed, school teachers and folks like that, flooded
That's
Meals
amazing.
on Wheels. So we were able to replace the ones that we lost within a couple of weeks' time. And that was a blessing, because now so many more people are aware of who we are and what we do. And even though they've gone back to work, they are supporters and fans of Meals on Wheels, and they're a mouthpiece for us. They are sharing the good news of Meals on Wheels with the community. So there's some blessings in this.
I love that.
Certainly.
I love that. I love that whole perspective. And I think that, the more I talk to different people, either on an individual or organizational basis, it seems like I hear that more and more, that COVID presented some challenges, but also God really richly blessed in a lot of ways that we were all not expecting. And I love that. I think that is absolutely fantastic. Well, how does, if someone's watching right now and they think, you know what, I want to help out, who should they call? What should they do?
They should call our main office number,
Okay.
817-336-0912,
Okay.
or www.mealsonwheels.org. Click on the volunteer link, and somebody will respond back to you pretty quick, within a day or two. That's probably the easiest way to go. We do require a criminal background check. And of course, you have to have a driver's license and all of those things. But it's an easy process. We ask for volunteers for regular routes. So you can pick one day a week. If you wanted to drive every Tuesday, then you would have a set route and set clients that you will get to know on a regular basis. The other thing is we always need substitute drivers. They are really such a blessing to us.
Yeah.
And so if you want to sign up and just have somebody call you once a month when we need a sub, then and you're flexible, then those folks are a blessing to us as well. So those are the two easiest ways to sign up.
So when they click on that button, are they able to, when they talk to somebody, indicate, hey, I'm a member of City on a Hill, can I serve out of that facility?
Yes, and it will ask them what area,
Okay.
because we have 44 meal sites throughout the county. Once the meals are prepared at our home facility, then they are packed in hot coolers and transported by a fleet of vans to neighborhoods throughout the city, throughout Tarrant County, excuse me. And from those meal sites, City on a Hill being one of them, they're divided into routes, and each route has between 10 and 12 on average clients. And volunteers will come here then to your location or wherever, what location they pick. They'll grab their meals and take them out and deliver them.
Love it.
So, yeah,
Love it.
it's a super efficient process. All of the folks on your route are usually within less than half a mile of each other. So it is very mapped out and very, very efficient.
Sounds amazing. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thanks for the support that City on the Hill gives us.
Absolutely. We love the ministry. We love what y'all are doing. We love that it gives our people a chance to, again, just these acts of kindness. And I think, food, I love, personally, I love to cook. I love food, just the food culture. And I like it for so many other reasons than just, obviously, good tasting food. There's something that happens around a meal.
Absolutely.
There's just some kind of, and I kind of joke, but I think there's some truth to it, that the Lord himself establishes a meal practice for believers to participate in the Lord's Supper. There's a reason for that. And beyond that, it meets our basic need for survival. And so it's just such an incredible way for our church members and for anyone else out there watching to plug in and do that. Let me ask one more question.
Absolutely.
So, because we do have viewers outside of Texas, are y'all located at all outside of Texas, or is this a Texas only?
Well, Meals on Wheels is a national organization, and so you can find it in almost every county. You will have to call your local county leaders or just look it up online. All Meals on Wheels fall under the national umbrella, but each entity is yes, they do their own funding, they find their own funding, they're responsible for their own organizations. So we're very, very proud, and we are known as the gold star of Meals on Wheels in the nation. So yeah, we've got a large volunteer force, and we don't charge anything for our meals, which
it's big.
And one more fun fact.
Yeah,
Can
let's
I
hear
tell
it.
you this?
Absolutely.
So once you become a client of Meals on Wheels, you also become one of our folks that you get a case manager. We assess your needs. We make home visits. We help you with home repair. Wow. Most people don't know that. We have errand runners that will help you. And for those folks that have furry little friends, because we know when we deliver a meal, if you don't have pet food, you're going to share that nutritious meal. And we don't want that to happen. In the last 12 months, we've provided 31,000 pounds of pet food for our clients that have furry friends.
Wow.
So, yeah, isn't that neat?
That's amazing.
So.
That's amazing. Well, you heard it here first. If you want to serve the Gold Star version, come to Texas. Come here to the east side, and you will get the top shelf treatment. But national organization, really great stuff. Thank you for being here, and we really look forward to years and years and years of participation.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hello and welcome. My name is Kelsey Barker, and this is my new associate, Chris Cunnington.
Hello.
Derrick Bledsoe's on vacation. Welcome to Worship and Weather. Here's your weather report for tomorrow, Sunday, the 28th, last day of February.
Wow.
This is a non-leap year So I feel like leap years should have a better name.
No leaping allowed?
No leaping. Maybe skipping. No, because we're not skipping any. We're not adding. Anyways, we'll figure that out in the next episode. This is a normal year, guys. And here's your weather for tomorrow, Sunday, the 28th. I've got some interesting news, Chris.
Okay.
It's going to be a wet one tomorrow.
A wet last day of the year with no leaping.
So as of the taping of this, we've got some rain chances for the morning.
Not of the year, of the month.
Of month. Oh, who knows? It could also rain on the last day of the year.
It's 2021. It could be the
Who
last day of
knows?
the year.
Yeah, so-
No one knows when
Nobody
Jesus is coming back.
knows.
Will he come back on a
The
rainy
hour
day?
or the time.
They'll be leaping if he comes back.
Well, one could say that it's a rainy day because he'll be raining overall.
Oh, God.
That'll preach.
There you go.
So, here's your weather, guys, for Sunday. We've got a high of 62, a low of 46, and it's going to be humid. I got 94% chance of humidity and 45% precip chance. So, it's going to be kind of muggy.
Yeah, it's not quite the disc golf weather we've had this week.
No, it's very true. Very true. But, I will venture to say that that should not stop you from coming to church. We've had snow, we've had COVID, we've had snowvid. So I don't really see why you would have any excuses.
We still have a roof.
We have a roof,
So-
and we even have a little guy driving around in a golf cart to bring you to the door. So weather shouldn't be an issue, but maybe break out your rain
I don't know
jacket.
that Robbie likes being called a little guy in a golf cart.
Oh.
We might ask him.
I don't
Robbie,
know.
if you're seeing this,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, comment below. Anyways, that's your weather report, y'all. Here is your worship report. Got some great songs coming up
What?
for this Sunday. And so we're going to be kicking things off with Lion and the Lamb, which is a fun song. Got an awesome lead electric guitar line in there and some great words, which is important for a worship song, I think, sometimes. It is, yeah. And then from that, we're going to redo that new song that we introduced last week, God So Loved, which is just a lot of fun. And
John 3:16.
yeah, right out of the Bible, that one. That's going to be going into a welcome from Pastor Derrick. And then we're going to wrap things up with Canvas and Clay, another newer song. And then after that, we're going to sing Reckless Love,
Awesome.
which I've been told by a certain British man pairs up perfectly with the message.
Yeah, we're actually going to be looking in Luke 15 and the title is The Lost. And so we're going to get a moment to look at the lost coin and the lost sheep and then the prodigal son. Many of you haven't heard the entirety of my testimony, but the day that I came to Christ and committed my life to fully living for Him was on Father's Day.
Wow.
And it was after a dramatic event in my life, and I went to church on Father's Day, and the message preached that day was the story in Luke 15, the prodigal son. And man, God just spoke to me that day. And so I'm just excited I get to share something this week that God really, did in my life, that He used in my life to bring Him close to Him, but also then to talk about how we might reach the lost and how God wants to use us.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
it's gonna be good.
I really do believe that whenever you get to speak from your own experience and from your own story, those are the times that, it's the easiest to be the most impactful in people's lives whenever you're speaking from personal experience. And so I'm sure the people will love and appreciate that, man. I'm excited. I don't know about you, but you should be, because Chris is going to do awesome, because he always does. So looking forward to that. Any last parting words that you'd like to leave the people at home with today?
Go play disc golf.
Go do it. It's fun. I'm terrible at it, but Chris is pretty good.
I'm not good, but go play.
Go play. Maybe here at the city disc golf.
Yeah, come
course.
on.
Yeah.
There are so many people out there that you can meet and talk to and get to know and invite to church when you play disc golf. It's awesome.
Maybe there's some lost people.
There are
out
definitely
there
some
that
lost
could
people
use the
out
love
there.
of Jesus.
Yeah, there definitely are.
Maybe you could come and learn about how to share it this Sunday and then go play disc golf afterwards and put that to practice. It's like we planned this. I don't know. Anyways, another great show. Thank you guys for being here this morning on another episode of Good Morning City on a Hill. Come back next week for more great content, games, announcements, all that good stuff. Signing off for Chris here, for Pastor Derrick wherever he's at, and myself, Kelsey Barker. Have a good morning, City on a Hill.
Peace.